All right, I think everything is coming up. I think everything's live. I think we're good. Let me get the profile up. All right. We are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Just thought I would get my morning cardio done. Won't be a super long session. Had a really, really good workout today. Very, very happy with today's training. So I don't want to dig too deep into my recovery doing too much fasted cardio this morning. Got my breakfast cooking. It's like 10:40 a.m. already. So gonna just get this done, chat with everyone. Hopefully we get a good quality stream with plenty of people in here. And like I said, we're triple streaming. So for now, I'm on the Tubes Fitness page on Facebook, and I'm on a Facebook profile. So again, I like to triple stream on a lot of these and hit multiple platforms and just make the most of it. So again, hoping we get a good number of people in here. Let me make sure that I set this to public. Make sure, yeah, we're definitely public on the Tubes. I might need to make a community tab post just to let everyone know. But it's not a big deal. You know what? My other ones get better views. My afternoon ones really are good. The one yesterday did really good on the views. Most I've gotten in a long time on one. I'm probably going to start covering topics. All right, I may start hitting topics on those, like that. People like that, right? People like that. I'm kind of changing a little bit of what I'm doing with some stuff, right? I don't need to be as low key as I've been. But yeah, as soon as you guys get in any of these, hit the likes, kind of let me know what you guys are thinking. Drop your comments, drop your questions. Nothing. I'm just kind of running a short one for the profile just so that I have some stuff for reels and everything. So probably good there. Right. And we'll get over into some stuff. But yeah, we got solid views on the one yesterday on both platforms. Again, I think people care about some of those current events. Maybe I will do, more and more of those over time. Maybe I will. All right. Maybe we will. But went hard on triceps today. So I think that's something I'm going to do more of, especially if I want to keep getting that bench in, because I still can't overhead press yet. So I'm wanting to do stuff to where, again, I get the shoulder health back so that I could eventually overhead press. But I'm going to go real hard on the triceps. How you doing, David? David, hit the like as soon as you get in here, but thank you for telling me good afternoon. It's not afternoon yet, though. It's like 10:40 in the morning for me. But had a really good workout. Benching went good. If you guys saw the short, we got 315 for 4 pause reps on the bench. And I'm doubling down on tricep work. I realized I don't even care about trying to train the biceps at this point. I'm just going to row, do little bands for them. I need to really just push. If I'm going to isolate anything, let's just hammer the heck out of my triceps, because that's what's going to keep my shoulders healthy on the benching. I've made a lot of videos on that. Louis Simmons used to say that. Strong triceps keep your shoulders safe on the bench. And in the meantime, eventually I'll be able to overhead press. Again, as long as I can keep my shoulders healthy. But for now, I'm avoiding certain movements. But you guys will see the vlog. Deadlift, I also went up today because I hit 500 for 5 last time. On Wednesday, felt real solid. So I went up 5 more pounds. I pulled a triple. I'm like, that's pretty challenging today. But considering we're still riding the wave of that strength coming back up on Wednesday, I'll take it. Because that's still a pretty challenging work set, to do a triple with 505 for me right now. And then we just started working all that. But yeah, I'm just going to push progression on my big 3 barbell rows, and I'm going to come in and just do sled and tricep work for the most part. So again, if I want bigger arms anyways, let's just keep pushing triceps. And my triceps did really well with higher volumes back when I had that big close grip. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So it's basically the front half of the workout's looking the same, just adjusting the supplemental stuff at the end. It's where we're making any real changes. But I'm kind of curious what will happen if I just keep hammering my triceps, because I'm noticing in the mirror lately from the side, like in the mornings or afternoons after I carb up there looking full, or even from that band work. So I'm like, let's do some real extensions, finish up with some bands and just push them hard. My benching's coming along good, right? Benching is coming along, happy with it, especially at this body weight, especially sitting at this body weight. Happy, I appreciate that, David. Lionel is in here and only speaks in Spanish now on the Facebook. Yeah. But, yesterday we had a pretty big live yesterday, didn't we? Got a pretty high turnouts compared to normal. So I probably need to do more stuff like that. I think that'll be good. And give my opinions on other things. I feel like I can get away with doing some of that now. We kind of make it an art cup. So, how about you, David? What do you got going on, man? Anything? This is a slow stream so far. Maybe I need to make a community tab post. Let's make a community tab post to let people know. Do we really need to, though? I can do that later. Right? I don't want to waste it on a cardio live when the other ones do better. Do you recommend rack pulls for growing forearms? No. No, Taylor, I do not. Still at work, just listening for relaxation. Awesome. Good stuff, David. Well, hopefully we get a bunch of commenters. So, Taylor, why would you necessarily use rack pulls for that? Why couldn't you just do any type of rowing or deadlifts to grow forearms? Rows, pull-ups, deadlifts without straps will build big forearms. Hi, Coach, rack pulls. Best of Lawrence says, hi, Coach, rack pulls are a useless exercise. I don't think they're useless. They just have very limited uses, right? Well, no. Well, rack pulls don't automatically. A correctly performed rack pull in the right equipment can have its place as a supplemental lift, but above the knee rack pulls, like you talking about all rack pulls or just the above the knee? The above the knee, I'll agree. Below the knee rack pulls for very advanced lifters can have their place. However, again, like you said, you've got to be selective in what safety equipment you use, and you need to be careful what bars you use as to not damage them. Someone who owns my own equipment, paid for by myself, I'm not going to do stupid stuff with it. Not saying I've never done some below the knee rack pulls for certain things, but again, know what you're doing. Like using a deadlift bar will ruin the deadlift bar. Even Westside told you that. Coming out, if someone wants to eat a high sodium diet but doesn't want to deal with the water retention with potassium, keep the potassium crazy high. Right? Sodium to potassium ratios matter. Beast Boy Lawrence, they rack. Yeah, but they absolutely can rack equipment. So I'm going to say the non-elite lifter probably has no business touching a rack pull. Let's be fair. The inexperienced, like if you deadlift 500 pounds, you have no business playing with any sort of below the knee rack pull. Unless you're a woman. If you're a woman, yeah. But as a man, no. But they can have their place in weak point training for very advanced lifters. But again, you got to know what you're doing so that you don't destroy equipment. Amethyst says, looking lean, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it. What else, guys? So back over to Kung Lao's question about sodium and potassium. That's a good approach. All right, that's a good approach. So you get your potassium needs to be higher than the sodium. You're still going to retain water. Let's be clear. When you're eating huge amounts of sodium and potassium, you're going to retain water, but it's going to be hopefully more muscle than subcutaneous, depending upon your ratios there. Also, always make sure you know why you're doing the high sodium diet. Is there a reason why you're doing it? It goes beyond just because. right? Okay, well, how much sodium do you get at the moment? Right now, probably about 3 to 4 grams. I'm not sweating as much, so I'm not sodium loading heavy. About 3 to 4 grams a day. Right. My potassium is probably 8,000, 8,000. It's ballpark. So my potassium is easily double my sodium. Do you track calories? Loosely right now. Loosely. Hey, coach, are you feeling any knee pain on your heavy squats? No. How did you manage to have healthy knees all these years lifting massive weights? I have strong hamstrings. I use good form. I don't rely on crutches. I avoid knee wraps. Been very limited use of knee sleeves. Okay. See where we're going with this? Like knee wraps. Like if you want to wreck your knees, use knee wraps. Like if you want to eventually get to the point of where your knees hurt all the time, use knee wraps. That will pretty much ensure it. Like that's the best way to say, hey, I want my knees to be completely fucked. Wrap your knees. Hell, start wrapping them on leg presses too. Like you really want to wreck your knees, start wrapping them on everything. But that aside, strong hamstrings, good mechanics. No, I'm only running 3 days a week. I do my usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I like my Sunday to just chill with it. I'm doing no real training. Knee reps increase the risk of quad tears. Yep. So again, good diet also helps. Recovery helps. Do you watch football? No. No, I do not. I don't watch the foosball. Sorry, the Waterboy reference. Bobby Boucher, why are you trying to play that foosball? I had a teenager at the gym approach me with a cell phone during a TikTok and was put in a situation where I had to do. What? Yeah, I think filming in gym should be allowed. Now, you shouldn't be out there filming and harassing other people. But no, I mean, filming in gyms is critical. Like, I would never train at a gym where you can't film. I wouldn't recommend you train at a gym where you can't film. How are you supposed to assess your training if you can't film it? What do you mean to defend yourself? I think you're making stuff up. What do you mean defend yourself? This sounds a little far-fetched. Sounds a little far-fetched, Home Skillet. Do you think athletes at the enhanced games will break world records? No. I would assume all the athletes who are enhanced are going. Not necessarily. I think people don't understand how low doses of steroids maximize performance outside of strength sports and bodybuilding. All right. When someone says something stupid like an endurance-based athlete is juiced to the gills, I know for a fact that person knows literally nothing about steroids. Like I don't have to suspect. I know for an absolute fact they do not know anything about steroids. Hands down. Someone sees a CrossFit athlete who's doing all that endurance stuff and says, they're juiced to the gills. I know for a fact that person's never done steroids in their life. They don't know anything about steroids. They're completely ignorant of the topic because it's not possible to do endurance events when juiced to the gills. Let me state that. It is not possible. You can only use low doses, and that will maximize the performance for it. So all things considered, no, I don't think they're going to see any records broken there versus the normal. Hey, Amethyst, I literally did a whole set of live streams on all my platforms yesterday, specifically about Charlie Kirk. Check my feed. I talked about it for 30 minutes straight yesterday. Bob McDonald's recently hating on the big three. I don't know why. What is your ever max bench press? Since smartphones were invented, since that I can prove. So here's what I say, Energize. My rule, I don't discuss lifts that I did before being a tuber, right? We don't discuss them anymore. I just leave them alone because I'm just going to be accused of lying and everything else. So on camera, my best lift was 365 with a pause. I've done it both closed grip and wide at a higher body weight than now. This year at a lighter body weight, did about 210. I did 350 for a 2-second pause. Now I want to get that up a little bit, obviously. I'd like to get a little higher while getting down under 200. But today, if you watch today, if you look at the shorts I put up for the vlog will be up later, I did 315, all pause reps, right? Heels flat, pause reps. I did 315 for 4. This morning, the short's already up. I'll have it in the vlog here later. So it's not bad. I'm about to be 49. I think it's okay. I'd like to get to like 365 again at under 200. Do you think you'll get to a 405 bench? No. I just don't see me getting a 405 while focusing on health, not using a bunch of gear. Probably unlikely. But would I like to get to at least a 365 again? Yes. I think I can get back to 365. 405 might be a stretch. Not unless I'm willing to blast a pretty decent cycle of gear, and I'm not. You ever seen people staring at you in public gym seeing you lifting? I literally have uploaded footage of people staring at me. You have physical evidence on this channel that people stare at me when I used to lift in public gyms while lifting. Especially when I used to deadlift. It was pretty normal. Rufio says hello. Are you going to stop squatting over 500? I got to get back to 500 this year. No, I mean, 500 is good. Jason, you've been running lately? Yes, obviously. I literally vlog all the running. And I recorded on Strava, and some of the people follow me on the app, some of the followers. Yes, I run and I do it on camera streaming. It's all done live streams. Cool. What's your best 5K time? 28 minutes right now. So my goal is to, coming up this year, I want to get the 5K to 25 minutes, under 25 minutes is a goal I want to work towards. Which I know is not elite, but considering my age, body weight, and that I'm a lifter primarily, I think a 25 is a decent, respectable benchmark to reach for. 5K is 5 kilometers. But I've done 28 already, and I did it streaming and then recorded the app data. But I do a 5K 3 times a week. I average 30 minutes or so, maybe 31. It's kind of my average because I just kind of leisurely just do it. Yeah. But I do it 3 times a week. And it's just for overall health and fitness and just to be well-rounded, Yeah, so I talk the whole time while holding the camera, doing the runs. Well, I mean, just if you're fit, you can do it, right? I try to be well-rounded these days. I want to be fit. I want to be athletic. We're not just over here trying to lift big weights. We're trying to actually be healthy. We want to be fit. We want to be athletic. That's why I push the sled. I do sled sprints. I do my 5Ks. I do the list cardio. I eat super clean. What do you think? I don't have any knowledge. So, Amethyst, I can give you my professional, educated knowledge and experience of the crypto market. Fleet blop, bloop blop, dupe, dodge, coin, bleep, blop, fleep, something spikes. In other words, my knowledge is about absolutely zero. You might as well have asked me, hey, Jason, what's your thoughts on sewing Revolutionary Era style quilts? I am profoundly ignorant of the topic. I am quite possibly in the most ignorant demographic possible of the topic. Like I am probably at the equivalent knowledge of a 10-year-old of the topic. Joshua says, hey, Jason, I'm about to finally get a house and a home gym. You think you're able to get by with just a rack, bar, weights, and a bench for a while? Absolutely. Reverse hyper GHR next one. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Ruth Rose says, I run and bike 10 miles. I run a 20-mile bike. Okay. That's a lot to try to figure out what you wrote. Kanga also sounded like Cali Muscle there. Oh, Jason flip blop, bloop blop. Oh, right. Sounded like Cali Muscle. I kind of took some of that from him. During squatting, do you emphasize the most about the weight being on the heel? What? No. The weight should be evenly distributed, right? Your foot's like a tripod. The weight is evenly distributed across it. Who told you this? Whoever told you this, that you should be focused on that, ignore them. Workout was amazing this morning. Yep, Ryan, you're coming along good. You're at PRs on your weight loss, and strength is going up. Jason, you hear that the guy who got Charlie Kirk was, yeah, I did. I've seen a little bit about it already this morning. You're not doing splits anymore? No. Yes, I'm doing full body 3 times a week. I've been doing it for months. I've gone back to what I used to do. We've gone back to old school Blaha. Hey, John, I don't even feel that I need to answer that. Are you asking me, are there possibly statistic outliers? So here's my question. What possible benefit could there be for you to find statistical outliers? Like, why would you care? That's like saying, how do I put it? If I say, hey, you're probably not going to be struck by lightning. Or if I say, no one is ever really struck by lightning. And you go, like 3 people have been struck by lightning in the entire world this year. You see what I mean? I mean, statistically, does it really matter? We're talking this equivalent. So if you come through and say, well, out of all the forms, I looked at 1,000 of them, we determined that 2 of them are natural. Like, does it even matter? I mean, really, does it matter? Why do you even care about trying to find the statistical outliers? It's just a fair assumption. Just work off the assumption. You'll be better off when it comes to not being scammed on something or not being misled. Just run with it. Jordan says he had issues falling back on squats. All right. Okay. Do you think, hey, Amethyst, I'm not going to answer, but hey, dude, no, I'm not going to answer crazy stuff like that. I'm about to take my lady friend to lunch. This is Ryan. I'm going to have a cheat meal for lunch and back to the ground. There you go, man. I mean, you're dropping weight still, so go for it. Jason, the one bad thing about being a tall lifter, overuse injuries on the lower back seem to come easier. Yeah, that could be the case. Strengthen those hamstrings. So, all right, over to Facebook. Hey, Coach, eating whole healthy foods has been a big focus in your content lately and even before. Do you ever consider short cooking locust logs? Maybe, but I think my cooking would be boring, Michael. I mean, yeah, I probably could do some, but I think people would be insanely bored with my cooking. They'd be like, he just uses an Instapot for everything. Yeah. He just dices up some vegetables and throws it on top. I mean, I bake my chicken, but like, how do I make a vlog about 3 minutes to prep the chicken and throw it in the oven for an hour and come back and take it out? You know, I don't know. I mean, I suppose I could, but I mean, it's just cooking, dudes. Like, I just cook. I don't know how to instruct people. I've never taught anybody how to cook. You know, not like coaching. Like cooking is just, I assume everybody knows how to cook. I just can't comprehend not knowing how to cook. Do you think heavy lifting avoids the risk of diabetes and cancer completely? No, it greatly reduces it. Now, can you completely cut out all risk of type 2 diabetes with diet and exercise? Yes. You can ensure beyond 100% shadow of a doubt that you will never get type 2 diabetes, right? You cannot, like, to even develop type 2 diabetes requires you to abuse your body really badly. It's not something you can do by accident. Now, cancers, no, you cannot 100% avoid all cancer. You can dramatically reduce risk of cancer. You can never be 100% sure you're not going to get cancer. Yeah, there's genetic components and other stuff too. Like the meta-analysis shows that about 10% of cancer is 100% not lifestyle at all. So yeah, there's like a 10% chance, not saying that you personally, if you're extremely genetically predisposed to certain cancers, there's still like a 10% chance you could get them with a perfect lifestyle. But type 2 diabetes, yes, you can 100% beyond all doubt avoid it with lifestyle. Right. I have no idea what happened to Frenchie. I don't care anymore. Like, I just literally don't care. I haven't even looked to see if he's made any videos. I haven't looked at his channel in a couple of months. Personally, I like a lot of different produce plastic textures. I don't know how Jason. Hey, John, because I enjoy it. Right? I don't know why you can't. I just don't see the problem. I think my food tastes great. Like, I happen to enjoy it. Chef Blaha, fitness coach Blaha, right. Understood exactly. Right. I mean, even chicken is just like, oh, we throw the breasts on here. We dump our 3 different herbs and spices on, and we throw it in the oven and walk away. Yeah. What seasoning do you use? I guess it depends. I use a lot of paprika, garlic. I use certain mixes, like sometimes Creole seasoning. I use different stuff. I mostly just use herbs. I use various plain spices. Hot sauce. Yeah, I'm a hyper taster for sure. Like, plain white rice tastes good to me. Like, for me, I don't understand why someone can't boil rice and eat it and go, wow, that's really good. With just water. It tastes pretty good. Like, rice is actually slightly sweet. I mean, and realistically, cantaloupe and watermelon is just as sweet as a piece of cake, right? To me, it is. Do I eat beef? No, I haven't really been. Let's see. Okay, Lawrence. All right. I know, David, I'm just not wanting to spend money on beef. I see no point. You used to say wide stance squats build short stance squats. You still believe wide stance? I mean, it can be, yeah. I mean, I do my squatting wide stance. I mean, do you watch me squat? So look at my squatting. I squat wide stance in general. John, I always use seasoning on the meats. Like, have you not been paying? Do you not look at my food? John, I post all my food online. This is not a recent thing. So you're clearly not interested, or you would already be looking at all my food pictures. You're really not. So you're probably just a troll. Like if you legitimately cared about the topic, you would be looking at my food pictures. All right. I squat more closely at my legs better. I mean, it can in some cases. Your quads, you mean. All right. I agree with Jordan. Yeah, you should do a stance that you're comfortable with. Yeah. Coach does food accountability, right? So, I mean, you guys see my food. I think most people know they don't, John. No, they don't mostly. I'll watch it on YouTube, on the tubes. That seems like a strange thing. My analytics say otherwise. My analytics say I get more views on Facebook than I do the tube on a weekly basis. They're not even close. Hey, John, they're not even close. Even my videos get more views on Facebook. So, I mean, we're streaming on both right now. All right, a bunch of these posts are just stamped up on Facebook today, other than Michael. What's the go-to exercise for bulletproof lower back reverse hypers? Oh, okay. Double dip. Let's get rid of John. John, we already know John's a troll. I've let him play his game. Let's get rid of him. Next. All right. We let him play his game a little while, and then it's like, let's go on ahead and take him out. Kapow. Peppermint, they're popping every day. So as soon as I'll do another video tonight, you'll see. All right. You're so consistent. Keep steady, Jason. Thank you, Beam. Thank you, Beam. We try to be. I think John lives in his mom's basement. Yep. It's funny people say white rice is inflammatory, but then they live on pizza and exactly, which are objectively inflammatory. Yeah, I can see the better later in the day. Yeah, it's because I'm carved up and then I'm sitting down with the camera pointed down at them and a shirt on. It's totally different. But it's the food too. Right. So you guys are used to seeing me. I do all my training fasted, all my cardio, all my lifting. I carb up. So by the time I sit down and do one of those videos, man, I've had, at least 50% of my food for the day. We've got all those electrolytes, all those carbs, so the veins are just bleh. Even my legs, like I showed the legs, I lifted them up and showed you guys during that stream yesterday. I get leg veins running all the way up the inside of my quads, everything, like big veins inside of my thigh. Once a week carved up. Controlling the weight is key for muscle hypertrophy. No, not necessarily. It can help. Look, mechanical tension is the key to hypertrophy. As a cheat meal, sure, David, but not every day, right? How much water do you drink a day? I don't know. A lot. Ballpark, if I were to factor in all my coffee, water, maybe a gallon. My veins are coming now that I'm cutting, going from 220 down to 175, 190. It's nice, good stuff. Roof rose, good stuff, man. your veins. Pizza is the most anabolic food ever, only that it prioritizes fat. Yeah, priority anabolic to fat tissue. What brand of coffee? Right now, I'm doing just Folgers. Hey, Coach, which weekdays are you doing your strength sessions? Fixed weekdays? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So usually lifting on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I run Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. There's no point going light if it don't stimulate growth. But no, I said Folgers, the big red container. Do you have one of those ethnic dad espresso machines? No, I have a Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee. No, use the Mr. Coffee. What? I drink room temperature cold instant coffee. I'm fair enough, dude. You don't have Folgers? I guess maybe not, dude. It's one of the most common regular brands here. Works for me. I just do high reps until failure. On what are you talking about? What exercise are you talking about? I don't even know. I mean, high reps till failure can still stimulate growth on any exercise. I'll stiff leg deadlift. People already injure their shit deadlifting. You imagine stiff leg deadlifting dead stop. Right? I've done stiff leg deadlift dead stop. Right. If you want hamstrings, RDL better. I mean, deadlift builds hamstrings too. I mean, are we going to pretend that the normal conventional deadlift doesn't build hamstrings? How much do you stiff leg deadlift? I don't know. I haven't done it in forever. All right. I mean, let's be honest. A normal conventional deadlift can build pretty dang big hamstrings. You ready for sprints? I've been doing sled sprint. I did a sled sprint today. But I'm not running normal sprints. So I go do my 5Ks. Just do 5Ks, bros. Yeah, but just because you feel the hamstrings on sprints doesn't mean it's growing. All right. Things that people need to think about. It's like getting scared of squats. What? What are you talking about? You guys write some incomplete thoughts all the time, and I don't have no idea what you're talking about. What's like getting scared of squats, and in what way? Like, make this a complete thought. What's it? And how is it like getting scared of squats? What's your advice on building bulletproof lower back? Banded good mornings, reverse hyperextensions. Biking also builds great legs. I don't know about that. Not for most people. Some of those cyclists do, but they're also probably on gear. They're very genetically gifted. They're very genetically gifted. I've seen someone biking with massive quads because they squat too, and a lot of cycling. Exactly. Right. Absolutely. They tend to lift also. Dead on accurate. All right. High-intensity cycling is crazy. I remember I biked to school on high gear. But I think people forget there's a difference between that and building real, actual leg size. Right? Miss biking. I need to get back into it. I never really did it. Never really my thing. I lift also, but going uphill in higher gears, making chain tighter. All right. So do you have really big legs though? Like are your quads size of mine or bigger? I have no idea. I have no frame of reference. What she means big. All right. So I'm gonna go check your channel to see. Let's see your lifting footage. You don't have any footage or anything, I do. You gotta put some lifting footage up, man. Come on. Get on it. This is 2025, man. Everyone's got lifting footage. What are you even doing, son? He got small legs. No, I don't necessarily think yes. He might have big legs. We don't know that he has small. You can't just say that. You know, he's talking about repping out 315 on a stiff leg for high reps. You know, he might have big legs. Right? He legitimately might. We don't know. Dude might have some big old legs. Do. Nobody who's experienced with stuff like that looks that way. They know that. Alan says, if running body part splits, chest, tries, back, by shoulders, leg, why do we find it obvious to see? Beam says, I've been doing pump training lately. Okay. Jordan says, when I first hit a four plate deadlift, I tried stiff leg 385 and was like, no, never again. Okay. All right. I don't remember what I was stiff leg deadlifting. I've done stiff leg deadlifts a pretty heavy weight for reps on camera, but I don't remember. I think I've done like over 400 pounds with it though at one point when I was messing with it. Just to get the blood and oxygen. You could run to get the blood and oxygen in there. All right. Talking about getting tension on the muscles. Tension is what causes hypertrophy. Guys, I think I'm gonna wind it down. I'm gonna wind it down. We'll do another live later today in Facebook. I need to get the vlog up. Need to get everything. Yeah, I mean it's 40. We're 46 minutes peppermint. I'll do a lot. Yesterday I did over an hour on the main one, so I'll do one this afternoon. Right. So yeah, we'll wind it down. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys in a live later today.